Hi there, it's Hannah the Artisan Duck, and I'm back today with a slightly different tutorial. This is like a mini series on how to make seed bead bracelets. They're really easy, very beginner friendly, and they all use different techniques. Today I'm going to be focusing on this first bracelet here, where we use jump rings and seed beads to make a lovely linked bracelet. I've got two different sizes of jump ring. I have a 6mm and a 5mm, and then I've got a collection of beads. Now obviously you can do whatever colours you like. I've gone for a selection of like a variety of colours, but you could just do all the same colour if you wished. And these are size 8 seed beads because my size 11s wouldn't fit on my jump rings. So play around with what you've got and yeah, see what you've got and see what might work. I have already done this, or played around with this, with a much bigger jump ring, and this is, I think, a 9mm jump ring. So this is the look we're going for. The 9mm, however, fits on a lot more beads. So if you do have any bigger jump rings, then go ahead and use those, and you'll get some really cool results too. So I am going to assume just for a second that you're a complete beginner, and we're going to open our jump ring. So for most of you, you're going to know how to do this already, but just in case you're unsure, you're just going to twist like that with your pliers and open it sort of side to side rather than pulling it open. If you pull your jump ring open, you'll never get a nice shape to close it again. I'm simply going to go ahead and pick up some beads. I'm going to pick up 4 beads on this one jump ring. So I've got my 4 beads on that jump ring, and you can see it's quite a tight squeeze with my pliers holding the end too. So just to close it, I'm going to push it against my finger. So just push to close against your finger, and you just push as much as you like. There we go. And now that's closed that jump ring, and those 4 beads are nice and secure. I'm going to put that to one side, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of my 5mm jump rings, and we're going to go ahead and open this one up too. So, twisting side to side again, and to connect them together, we're just going to pop the beaded jump ring that we've just made onto the open jump ring there. And then I do have a little stack that I've already started building, so we're going to find the midway point between those green beads. We want to just add that on right in the middle there, like that. And now we're going to just go ahead and we're going to twist that jump ring closed, and there we have those beads added. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a load more of these, and I shall come back to you when it's time to add the clasp. And just a word of note, if you want to figure out how long your bracelet needs to be by putting it on your wrist, or you can measure, if you're measuring it, just stop about 3/4 of an inch before the end, because you need to add a jump ring for the clasp and then another jump ring to add the clasp onto, and the clasp itself, which will add roughly 3/4 of an inch. So go ahead, add some more beads, and I shall come back to you when we're ready to do the clasp. There we go, I've pretty much got the length that I need. So I've got my clasp here. If you're not sure how much length to leave for your clasp, get your clasp, put a jump ring on one end, add a jump ring to the other, and put it down on a surface like that, and then you can just get your tape measure and measure how long it is from the top of that jump ring down to the bottom of that jump ring, and this is just shy of 3/4 of an inch, so you know that you need to allow for 3/4 of an inch on the rest of your bracelet so you don't make it too long, if that makes any sense. So to finish this off, I'm simply just going to take that jump ring off the end. We're just going to open this up and add this on to our bracelet on one end, just like we did before. So I'm going to go in and just put that halfway sort of along that jump ring there and add it. And if you don't like that this one is on the side, you can add another jump ring off to the end so it might be easier to do up. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So there's one end of your bracelet finished, and we're just going to pick up the clasp, and I've added the jump ring onto the clasp already, obviously. I'm just going to find where to open it. There. And bend it open like that, and we're going to add that onto the other end of the bracelet. Again, we're going to find that halfway point on that beaded jump ring, like that. And then we are going to close that up. And there is our finished bracelet. And I've transformed what was just some plain jump rings and some beads, and it really does look really pretty and not at all how it started out. So to do it up, you can obviously just hook onto that jump ring there. If that's a little tricky, because obviously you've got to get past those beads as well, just grab yourself another little jump ring and add that one on. And obviously this works as well if you need a little bit of an extra length just to get it to fit properly. Play around with it, see how you like it. It's the beauty of making them yourself. You can personalize it to your needs. You can just add that on to the end of that jump ring. I can grab hold of it because it just wants to keep moving around. There we go. And do that up. And then it's even easier to do up like that. So there's our first bracelet complete. I hope to get the next 2 bracelet tutorials uploaded in the next few days. So if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe and follow along so you don't miss them.